Hell,
Unpack that.
yeah. Yeah, we ain't even it's like, man, we already know where you know you got. I'm gonna let Voodoo explain it first, and I'm gonna go on what I want to go in. This is the part I be hating. You feel me?
But see, honestly though, I with Daiyon, I can't lie. I'm biased and I'm spoiled because with Daiyon is there's no negotiating and no going back and forth and figuring nothing out because we equal partners in like 85-90% of what we do.
Stop for a second. Repeat that again.
Me and Daiyon are equal partners, but that's not the norm. Like it's very hard to find an artist that's a boss and a brand that understands the business part of it that can also executive produce with you. A lot of artists ain't gonna executive produce shit. Excuse my French. They're not trying to executive produce nothing. Not trying to give up nothing. They feel like you owe them something and you're supposed to give them something and don't even understand why you getting 50% of the publishing because I wrote the song. You didn't write the song, I wrote the lyrics. No. My writing of the actual notes on that song in respect to how ASCAP and BMI works, I wrote that actual music to that song. If you take your lyrics off, 50% of that song is my music.
Correct.
Unless you one person on that song, you would get your 50%. But if you got 3 other artists on that song, y'all got to figure out what percentage y'all gonna split in respect to each verse and the hook.
Yeah.
So why do artists feel as though, man, they should get all the record? Because I run into that quite a bit, and they seem to not really understand the hard work that it takes to make records, especially when you make great records. How like Daiyon, like what's the mindset of an artist that can't really comprehend the way you and Voodoo roll from an artist perspective?
I'm gonna be real with you. First and foremost, a lot of these artists don't even know what ASCAP and BMI is. It's crazy. The roadblock that I ran into in these last projects we've been releasing, you would be surprised. And we got a team. I love them. I didn't put them up on game. Me and Voodoo didn't put them up on game. A lot of these, but even some of the producers and the artists out, they ain't had no ASCAP, no BMI. I'm like, bro, you can't even try to be no rapper if you ain't even taking it serious. You don't know about ASCAP and BMI, bro. You gotta have, I mean, they don't even know that part of the game yet. So I'm glad that me and Voodoo can be a teacher at the same time because we can actually screw them if we wanted to on some BS. Man, they don't know nothing about no publishing in the block. Let's go ahead and take advantage. We ain't known that. We got to teach y'all the ropes. That way y'all know when y'all dealing with it on your own, y'all can work with it and pass it down to somebody else. But a lot of these artists out here don't even know about no publishing or no ASCAP, no BMI. They don't even got an ASCAP or BMI. So it's crazy. So from that aspect, I think a lot of these artists they so geeked up and excited about making music, they don't want to learn the business. See, I had to learn the business, working with Voodoo, working with other people. I had to take some time off, brush myself up with the business aspect, and then come back to the music. I had to literally take some time off in between recording and all of that just to learn some of that stuff. A lot of these artists, they don't even want to take advantage of that. They don't even want to think and use a brain because they like, you know what I mean, that they want somebody else to do. They're not get it if you don't want to do that, but you got to be able to put your brain around that if you want to be in this industry, if you want to last. You feel me?